All right, let's dive right in. We're going to explore the one thing that connects every single living creature on Earth, from the smallest bacterium to the biggest whale, and yes, to you and me. We're talking about the cell.
So check out this number, 40 trillion. Let that sink in for a second. That is roughly how many cells are packed into the average human body. It's an astronomical figure. And the truly wild part, every single one of those is its own tiny, living, functioning world.
Knowing that we're made of 40 trillion of something kind of begs a pretty big question, doesn't it? It's like, okay, great, but what exactly are they? What do they do all day? How does it all work?
Well, to get a handle on that, we have to start at square one. We need the basic definition. And trust me, once you nail this down, the rest of biology starts to make a whole lot more sense. And here it is. A cell is the smallest thing that can truly be considered alive. What does that actually mean? It means it can take in food, create energy, get rid of waste, and make copies of itself. You know, an organism like an amoeba is just one single cell doing its thing. For us, it's trillions of them, all working together as a team.
So, how do they pull all this off? To find out, let's go on a tour. I want you to stop thinking of a cell as just a blob of jelly. Instead, picture a buzzing, microscopic city. Let's call it Animal City.
Okay, so every city needs a border, right? That's the cell membrane. It's like the city's border control, deciding who gets a visa and who doesn't. Running the whole show from the center is the nucleus, or City Hall. This is the command center because it holds the master blueprints, the DNA. Of course, a city needs power. That's where the mitochondria come in. They're the power plants, just churning out energy 24/7. So what does the city make? That happens in the ribosomes, tiny factories that build all the proteins. To move everything around, you've got the endoplasmic reticulum, a massive highway system. Then there's the Golgi apparatus, which is like the city's postal service, packaging and shipping things out. And finally, you have to take out the trash. That's the job of the lysosomes, the recycling centers that keep the city clean. An amazing system, isn't it?
So that's Animal City. It's a pretty incredible setup, but, plant cells take that entire model and add a few, let's call them special upgrades. And these upgrades are absolute game changers for how plants live.
First up, on the outside of their membrane, plants add a super tough cell wall. It's like building a solid brick wall around the entire city, giving it a fixed shape and amazing structural support. Next, they have this massive thing inside called a large vacuole. Think of it as a giant water tower for the city. It stores water and maintains pressure, which is why plants stand up straight. And then there's the biggest upgrade of all, chloroplasts. These things are basically solar-powered food factories. It's where photosynthesis happens, letting the plant make its own food right from sunlight.
Okay, so we've toured Animal City, and we've seen the plant cells' special upgrades. Now let's put them right next to each other, head to head, so we can really see what sets them apart.
And boom, the differences just pop right out. You see, the plant cell has that rigid cell wall, while the animal cell doesn't. And look at the vacuole. One giant central one in the plant cell versus tiny little ones, if any, in the animal cell. And of course, the big one. Only plant cells have chloroplasts to make their own food. This is exactly why plant cells have that nice, regular, almost boxy shape, while animal cells are a bit more flexible and irregular.
Now, understanding what goes on inside one cell is amazing. But the real magic, the true spectacle of life, happens when these cells start teaming up. This is where we zoom out and see the bigger picture.
It all scales up beautifully. You start with individual cells. When cells that do the same job group together, they form tissues. Then, different tissues combine to create organs, like your heart or a plant's leaf. Those organs then work together in systems, like the circulatory system. And when all those systems work in perfect harmony, you get a complete organism. You get us.
So remember where we started with that simple statement? After everything we've just seen, from the complex machinery inside a microscopic city to the massive organisms they build together, you can really feel how powerful and true that statement is. It all comes back to the cell.
And that leaves us with one last kind of mind-bending thought. We've toured this incredible cellular city. We've seen the power plants, the factories, the government. It's an unbelievable